Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for taking time from your busy schedules to be here with all of us today. My name is Jennifer Perez, and I am the proud mayor of the city of Norwalk. It is my honor, thank you. It is my honor and my pleasure to serve as today's Master of Ceremonies, Mistress of Ceremonies, how about that? We have a very informative program for you all today, as well as sharing with you all the exciting things that lay ahead for Norwalk. The Norwalk City Council has set fundamental actions and established priorities for our city and our residents, and we work together in solidarity for the advancement of our beautiful city. I'd like to begin by thanking our event host today, the Norwalk Community Coordinating Council. They are an extremely, yes, give them a round of applause. They are an extremely dedicated group of individuals committed to enhancing the lives of residents here in Norwalk. We appreciate and applaud them every single day for their ongoing efforts for our community and the months and months of preparation to make today's event possible. Let's give another round of applause for the Norwalk Community Coordinating Council. I'd like to introduce the Community Coordinating Council President, Gordon Steffenhagen, who has a long history of serving here in the city of Norwalk, including 18 years on City Council, 4 of which were in my shoes as the mayor. He is a board member for the Norwalk Chamber of Commerce and the president of the Friends of Norwalk Libraries. Please give a warm welcome to Mr. Gordon Steffenhagen.
Thank you all for being here for the 2019 State of City Norwalk Luncheon. This is always a great opportunity for all of us to be updated what has happened in the past months and what's coming up in the future. The city is very active, City Council is very active in making things happen, and that's what it's all about. So on behalf of the Norwalk Community Coordinating Council, I'd like to first thank the Norwalk City Council, City Manager Gomez, and all the employees who work so hard to make this event happen. We couldn't do it without you, and we really, really appreciate the hard effort that they put in. Another important part of our fundraising efforts today are generous corporate sponsors. You got a program when you walked in, go through it when you get a chance, see who helps us. Many of these people have helped us year after year after year, and not just for this event. Maybe our Veterans Dinner they donate to, participate in different things. So it's really worthwhile as a 501c3 to see the community come together. Also in the program, you see on the back of the front page, you see the list of donations we made the past year, almost $30,000 we were able to put back in the community. That's because you come out and support an event like State of City Luncheon. We couldn't, that's what it's all about. We work hard to raise the money. We love giving it away, okay, to kids programs. We do scholarships for high school seniors. One of our big events now is our Veterans Scholarship we do every year. We take veterans from Cerritos College, local kids, give them scholarships. Even though they might be getting veteran benefits, they're still tight. They need money to help things out. So that's what the Coordinating Council is all about. So our goal today is to raise $5,000 to support the Health on Wheels program, something sort of getting reinvented a little bit. So this is a mobile-based clinic started in 1966, and now it's a collaboration between the City of Norwalk, Cal State University Research Foundation, and the Norwalk-Lamourada Unified School District. Health on Wheels provide free medical care to uninsured children residing in the Norwalk-Lamourada Unified School District. On average, 500 to 700 students are seen per year, 700 vaccinations, and approximately 110 physical exams performed during the school year. Health on Wheels staff have dealt with respiratory illnesses, infections, dental problems, and vision issues. They've also helped diagnose cardiac issues, elevated lead levels, juvenile rheumatoid arthritis, and developmental delays. And then they can refer them to other agencies to help the kids out. The Norwalk Social Services Department, you might, when you walked in, got a table in the lobby. Stop in and see them. They got so many programs they do for the city and for our residents. You really have to talk to them and see just how much they do. And they'll be able to answer questions on their programs and talk to you more on the Health on Wheels. So we're excited about that. So that's our goal today, $5,000, raise it and give it to Health on Wheels to keep that process going, keep it funded, make it happen. So again, I want to thank the Norwalk Community Council Board of Directors. You see us running around with red on. Okay, that's our color today. So we're excited to be here, and they worked hard to plan this event and make it happen. So on behalf of the red team, we hope you enjoyed today's luncheon program. Thank you very much, and enjoy the program and the lunch. Thank you.
Thank you, Gordon. Gordon, I have a quick question for you before you disappear. How close are we to that $5,000? All right, we're almost there, but we're not there yet. So I'm going to put that out to all of you. At some point in time, reach out to the red team, and remember, we have a goal. And here in Norwalk, we don't always reach our goals. We do our best to exceed them. So reach out to that red team, and let's make sure that we exceed that goal and to support that charity that we're supporting today. This morning's invocation will be given by Pastor Richard Salzar, who serves as the senior pastor at New Harvest Church in Norwalk. Pastor Salzar is the president of the New Harvest Christian Fellowship International and Focus, the Family Outreach Community Services. He and his wife, Nancy, are the founders of the New Harvest Christian School. Pastor Salzar has traveled internationally speaking for engagements as a former missionary for the United Kingdom, where he has also established the New Harvest Christian Church in Manchester, England. Please stand with me for the invocation and welcome Pastor Salzar.
I'm so excited, and I take the opportunity to pray for this great, wonderful city. If you bow your heads with me this morning as we pray. Sovereign God of grace and mercy, thank you for the gift of life and for the opportunity to serve in the great city of Norwalk. We invite your presence here today. I pray this afternoon for Mayor Perez, Vice Mayor Rios, our council members, city officials, first responders, law enforcement, and for all those gathered here today. We ask for your wisdom and strength to serve the people who work and live in and around the city of Norwalk with character and conviction. Give us the ability to work together, to respect each other, listen to each other, and serve each other with understanding, harmony, and goodwill, even when there is honest disagreement. Remind us daily that we are the temporary caretakers of the authority we have so graciously been given. Renew each of us with the strength of your presence in helping to build a community worthy of you. Thank you so much. In your holy name I pray. Amen. Amen.
Thank you, Pastor Salzar. Next, I'd like to welcome Henry Fuentes, a Navy veteran who will be leading us today in the Pledge of Allegiance. Henry has served the military for 30 years, including 2 tours in Vietnam. He attended the School of Bureau of Medicine and Surgery at Portsmouth Naval Hospital in Virginia and the School of Naval Medicine in San Diego. While serving in Vietnam, Henry was part of the Medical Corps Group People to People program, going to different villages and providing medical treatment for children and teaching sanitation to villagers. Mr. Fuentes served and was awarded several honors and accommodations, including the U.S. Presidential Unit Citation, the Vietnam Service Medal with 3 Bronze Stars, the Navy Unit Commendation, and the National Defense Medal. Prior to his retirement, Henry had been serving at the Long Beach Naval Hospital. He and his wife, Josie, who's here today, have raised their children in Norwalk, becoming active members at St. John of God Church. Henry was active in our city as a commissioned chairperson of the Bicentennial American Heritage for 4 years and has been a recipient of the Norwalk Patriot of the Year Award. Following our Pledge of Allegiance today, the national anthem will be sung by Blessings Ruins, the worship director at New Life Church in Norwalk. A Norwalk resident, Blessing has taught for 18 years at the Cerritos Yamaha School of Music. Please help me welcome Henry Fuentes and Blessings Ruins.
Please remain standing up, please, and let us pray, place our national emblem, our American flag, and we'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that the flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Blessings and Henry, thank you so much for that beautiful tribute to our flag. Ladies and gentlemen, our program today will begin with an update on Norwalk's business community by Adam Stanchina, the president-elect of the Norwalk Chamber of Commerce and general manager of this beautiful hotel, the Doubletree Norwalk. Please help me welcome Mr. Adam Stanchina.
Good afternoon, everyone. You've heard it a couple of times already, but since this is my house, welcome. And while that would be appropriate in my normal role, today I'm here as a proud representative of a 30-year member of the Norwalk Chamber of Commerce. So the Norwalk Chamber is proud to serve Norwalk, connect the community, and support local businesses. So, how do we serve Norwalk? Through the Gateway Chamber Alliance, we are the voice of Norwalk business owners and operators in Sacramento. This election season, we successfully opposed restrictions on dialysis clinics and the expansion of rent control, and supported housing for veterans, our water infrastructure, and children's hospitals. For women in leadership, we have quarterly events partnering with the Downey and Cerritos Chambers to provide inspiring material and showcasing our most successful leaders. In 2018, we heard from Beatrice Portos and Assemblymember Cristina Garcia. Our next program will be presented by Jennifer Perez, Mayor of Norwalk. I just gave you a promotion. Marissa Perez, Vice President, Board of Trustees, Cerritos College, and Martha De La Torre, owner of EC Hispanic Media. The Chamber also provides an opportunity for residents and businesses to meet candidates for school board and city council. In addition, our informal coffee and networking events connect Norwalk to public safety officials and the local sheriff's post. So who are we? We are small business owners, entrepreneurs, Fortune 500 companies, local organizations, and community members. And together, through our members, we represent over 9,500 employees in the city of Norwalk. And what do? Through your chamber, all new and current businesses are connected to the Small Business Development Center, which provides one-on-one business counseling services such as finance and accounting, marketing, and business plans. Also available is the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Businesses. This is an 11-week scholarship-funded program that gives leaders networking opportunities and access to financial capital. Our events are well attended by Norwalk and area city council members, school board members, and elected officials and their representatives. We partner with area chambers to bring state and federal officials to Norwalk as part of the State of the State and State of the Nation luncheons. We also support local businesses because the business world is constantly changing, and our seminars on emerging topics, including cybersecurity, social media monetization, and an upcoming Wellness in the Workplace event, give our members the ability to recruit and retain both employees and clients. Since its inception in 2010, the Chamber has been the local hub for Small Business Saturday. In the last year, we have welcomed such businesses as Planet Fitness, Chick-fil-A, Excellent Nutrition, and Athens Waste Services with ribbon-cutting events. Partnerships are vital to the success of any business community. With the City of Norwalk Department of Recreation and Park Services, the Chamber expanded its reach this year by holding our Business Expo in conjunction with National Night Out and maintained a presence at all of the Summer Concert Series events. As part of the Norwalk Education Alliance, the Chamber, along with the City of Norwalk, Cerritos College, Norwalk La Mirada Unified School District, Santa Fe High, and Celico Workforce Development Board, brought community leaders and over 200 high school seniors together to provide real-world job-seeking experience. The Chamber has also partnered with the California Department of Tax and Fees to bring no-cost business resource workshops to the residents of Norwalk. And here's another shameless plug for our mayor. Some highlights for 2018 here in Norwalk, actually in this room, 95 ambassadors and board members representing 19 area chambers took part in a one-day seminar where they had workshops on marketing and networking and heard from experts in leadership and development. We also rebranded Oktoberfest into the 6th annual Fall Festival, opening up corporate sponsorship opportunities and increasing attendance. The 5th annual golf tournament made its triumphant return to the Don Knabe Golf Center. And this year we also saw the start of free monthly micro workshops at the Chamber offices. We have several great events coming up in the next few weeks. If you're interested in attending any of these, please reach out to Karen Spilsbury, our executive director, myself, or any of the other board members here. We'd love to see you at the Women in Leadership. And actually, the Taco Tuesday at Berkshire Hathaway is a wonderful mixer. Looking out a little further, we have the annual Installation and Business Awards Luncheon in June, as well as our Business Expo on the City Hall lawn in August. And thank you for allowing me to share a look back at this year and really the last 96 years of the Chamber's involvement in Norwalk.
Since Adam gave me back change, does that mean I get to talk longer? Just kidding. Thank you, Adam. Next, we'll hear from Captain James Tatro of the Norwalk Sheriff's Station, a 30-year veteran of the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department. Captain Tatro was promoted to his current rank in April of 2017. He served the Pico Rivera and Norwalk stations, as well as the Sheriff's Headquarters Bureau, before promoting to the rank of sergeant in 2001. Upon his promotion to lieutenant in 2006, Captain Tatro was watch commander for both the Lakewood and San Dimas stations, an executive aide to the South Patrol headquarters as well. The captain holds an associate's degree in administrative justice from Cerritos College, go Falcons, and a bachelor's degree in criminal justice management from the Union Institute and University. Please help me welcome Captain James Tatro. Did you just climb that stage right there? I did. Oh my goodness.
All right. Good afternoon. Well, it's a pleasure to see everyone again this year. I can't believe it's already been a year. Before I start my presentation, I'd like to say some acknowledgments because this is a team effort. And I couldn't do it without some important people that are in this room and some people that did not get to make it today. But I wanted to start out with the Norwalk-La Mirada School District Superintendent, Dr. Hasmik Danielian. Thank you again. The Chief of Police, Elaine Williams, for the school district. Is she here? She's a great partner. The City of Norwalk. Couldn't ask for a better partner, I'm going to tell you. I've worked 7 different stations in my 30 years, and City of Norwalk is a very special city. It's near and dear to me. I grew up very close to this city in Cerritos, in the corner, about 4 miles from here, and they give us all the resources we need and then some to get our job done. They're always willing to help and partner with us. And this last year has been amazing with City Manager Jesus Gomez, the Assistant City Manager Kevin Gano, and Public Safety Director Grisel Chavez, who's at another event, I think, today. But their partnership has been outstanding, and we've made some great strides together. My lieutenant in charge of the Norwalk enforcement team, the special assignment deputies, is Lieutenant Noe Garcia. Noe came on board about a year ago when a lot of things changed for Norwalk in the administration side, and I can't tell you how blessed I am to have someone like Noe Garcia working in that job and developing the team he's developed and partnering with the businesses and community. Man, we've made some good strides, and I'm going to share those soon. And then I'd like to also acknowledge the community and public and the business owners who have become more active this past year. You know, the police are the people, and the people are the police. And it's true. We can't do this alone. We cannot do it without you. And it's because of all of us working together, we're able to do some of the things we were able to do last year. The Sheriff Villanueva, has a very simple leadership philosophy, and it lines up with probably most of us in this room. And it's from Lou Holtz, the football coach for Notre Dame. And it's do your best, do what's right, and treat others the way you'd want to be treated. It's very, very simple. Without that, though, everything fails. You can't do it. So you got to do your best and do what's right and treat people the way you want to be treated. And it's an easy message to deliver. It's an easy message to hear, but it takes practice to actually do it. And you have to work on it sometimes. Not always easy, but it's important. My deputies at Norwalk Station understand that, and because of that, we're able to do some of the things we've done. I will use yesterday's example as just one example of many, but this just happened yesterday. As I'm walking out of Lambton Elementary School, having read to a group of 3rd graders for Read Across America, one of my FTOs, field training officers, is walking in. He's going to speak to a 4th grade class. So he goes and speaks to that class, and an hour later, I hear him on the radio chasing a gang member in a stolen car. And you know what? That's the kind of stuff we're looking for. People that can do both sides, the community side, and then when they have to be a police officer and deal with the bad guys, they can do that too. But it's about switching back and forth and being able to be a well-rounded deputy sheriff. And I couldn't be prouder of the men and women at Norwalk Station today. So, thank you, thank you. Let's see if I can get the right button. All right, so this past year, our arrests were up, and arrests were up significantly month after month. In fact, this last month, we counted January, because that's when the stats come in. January, we led the division at Norwalk Station in arrests, and that includes Lakewood Station, which is significantly larger than us. So our deputies are working really hard out there, taking people to jail. And I want you to know that that includes the people that they don't necessarily have to bring to jail. The people that commit what we call the Prop 47 offenses, such as theft, which is less than $950, all that's required is to give them a ticket, sign them out, and give them a court date 2 months from now, and that's it. At Norwalk Station, our policy is to bring those people in handcuffs to the station, book them in, photograph them, fingerprint them, inconvenience them, at least so they can't continue to go back out right away. Even if they do get out several hours later that same day, we at least want to make it inconvenient. That message seems to be getting across in Norwalk, because I can tell you that in Norwalk, we managed to keep theft stagnant and slightly actually down as far as petty thefts go and thefts from businesses. So that's a huge accomplishment considering the cities around us have had increases. I'm very proud of that. So that we continue to do that, it takes a lot of work on our part, but it gets it done. Public commendations are up this year, which I'm happy to hear about. That's something that we can kind of gauge how the public perceives us. Those have been going up. Citizen complaints also increased. They increased slightly, but it causes me concern enough to look at it and evaluate it on a monthly basis so I don't get surprised at the end of the year. I can tell you that three deputies in particular weren't a good fit at Norwalk Station under my leadership philosophy. Those 3 deputies aren't there anymore. There's a lot of jobs in the sheriff's department for them, and they can go somewhere else and be a deputy sheriff, but I expect a lot more from people and to treat people well and professionally, and we're doing that. And so I'm happy with what's going on. Our complaints have been going down for the past 6 months, so I'm happy about that. Calls for service decreased by about 1,000. They hover right around 30,000 calls for service a year. The emergent calls, we get there in an average of 3.9 minutes. That's about the same as we usually do. Threshold for the department is 10 minutes. We're always well below the threshold. Priority calls, that would be where something happened that rises to a priority but not quite, red lights and siren. That's 9.7 minutes. That's well below the 30-minute threshold for the department, which is a long time, and I can imagine taking 30 minutes to get to a call such as, hey, my business just got robbed, guy had a gun and took off, and he was last seen driving down the street. That's a priority. We got to get there sooner than that so we can try to have our best chance in catching them. And then routine calls are just, I woke up this morning, I came out, and my window was smashed, and my belongings were taken out of my car. 40 minutes as opposed to the hour threshold. We're still taking a while to get there, but those are routine calls for us. No life is in danger. It's just a report call at that time. It's still important, but there's no urgency on getting there. We handle a lot of traffic collisions. We're still dealing with the 5 freeway widening and all of that construction that comes with it. Our arrests were about the same. Citations, again, you see there, we made a lot of citations for traffic violations. And policing hours are usually about the same, about 78 to 80,000, somewhere in there. This is the FBI crime rate on Part 1 crimes. So Part 1 crimes are murder, rape, arson, grand theft auto, burglary, theft, and aggravated assaults, which could be drive-by shootings or a fight with a neighbor or a spousal assault. We hover right around that same number every year, very consistent. You see what the average for in the U.S. is. It's 322 per 10,000. We're well below that. We do very well here in Norwalk, and I'll show you how we compare to the local cities. Again, you can see we hover right around that 2.25 number, and we look very good. You know, we stayed pretty static, worked hard, but our number is still low comparatively. So we're happy about that. No offense to those other cities. I still have family in Cerritos. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, but we did spend a lot of time last year, if you remember. I put it up here again because it's still a challenge. It still applies. Nothing has changed, and we need to continue to talk about it and brainstorm solutions and vote and write and hopefully get some of these laws tuned up. All of these, AB 109, Prop 47 and 57, all of them had public safety in the title. Public Safety Realignment, Public Safety Rehabilitation Act, and Neighborhood and Safe Schools Act. They don't do that. When it comes down to it, they create a very difficult obstacle for law enforcement, businesses, communities, public, and just perception in general. So these things continue to be an obstacle for us, but we continue to have a positive attitude, work hard, and go out there and take these people to jail. There are examples where some of these people that commit these crimes should have been in jail or prison, and they were not. We had a murder last year, early, January of 18, where someone should have been in jail, and maybe this murder wouldn't have happened, but it was a few drunk friends playing with a loaded rifle that they thought was unloaded. And it's unfortunate, it's sad, and someone died, and maybe that could have been prevented. So these are important, these propositions and the assembly bills. We have to keep tabs on those. I will say that going forward for 2019, first let me get to the next slide about charitable giving, because this is important. We partner with these charities, and we have a good relationship back and forth, and we enjoy our partnership with them. So these are some of the charities we've given to over the past year. In 2019, we're going to continue to work despite those challenges of those bills that we just spoke about. We're going to maintain a high level of professionalism and service. We did last year, and we had great gains and made some great strides with partnership with the community and the businesses. What I want to see strengthened this year is a business watch program, similar to a neighborhood watch program. I want to see the businesses communicate with their neighboring businesses and to share information. If you see something that's suspicious, I don't want you to rationalize it or second guess it. I want you to go with your gut and call us, even if you're wrong. It gives us a chance to get out there and take a look and to assess it ourselves. It's important that we do that together, and it's important that you feel comfortable calling us out to your business and letting us do an assessment of what we suggest could be a safer practice or a safer layout of the business for you and give you some suggestions. So we're willing to do that. Simple things, but there's a lot of things you can do to prevent some of these crimes that happen in the middle of the night. A lot of them have to do with keeping lights on inside your business, keeping an open register, and making sure they can see it. The same goes for vehicles. When we try to do that 9 p.m. routine where you hide your valuables, lock up your garage and cars, and put an exterior light on. That 9 p.m. routine is important because most of our vehicle burglaries, which did rise this past year by 5%, are because of these items being left in plain sight in the car. If you just remove that, if we can get that message out, we can reduce all of those crimes. Other than those kinds of burglaries, everything else was down with the exception of a couple strange murders we had that were domestic. Those popped up. But I can tell you that the aggravated assaults, the shootings, the assaults on neighbors and domestic even were down this year. Our GTAs, Grand Theft Autos, were down. Our petty thefts were down, as were our robberies were down, certainly down. So I'm happy about that as well. Our last bullet point there is just to keep an open partnership, see something, say something. We can't do it without you. It takes an effort of all of us. And before I go, I will say that the mental health and homelessness issue has been a problem and an ongoing challenge for law enforcement across the nation, not just locally. But I can tell you that Norwalk Station, we've been in that building since 1972. That building hasn't changed, but policing in the community certainly has in the last 47 years. So we've outgrown it. It's tough. Real estate in that building is very difficult. But I carved out an office space for our MET unit, our mental evaluation team. And they promised me if I was able to do that, they would give me 2 bodies to Norwalk Station dedicated to deal with the mentally ill and the homeless people. That's huge because our deputies have to deal with that. And when they deal with one of those individuals or incidents that occurs because of them, it could take a black and white out of the field for hours. And that's not an exaggeration. It takes hours to deal with one of those, just one. And we only have a finite number of cars out there. So getting those 2 bodies that just do that for a living all day long at Norwalk would certainly free up our resources to be out there for what we need to be out there for. And we need to be out there for the mentally ill too, but we have other jobs we have to do at Norwalk Station. So they came and assessed our office space yesterday, and they said that they would not only give us 2 by this spring, they would give us another 2 by the end of the year because we're continuing to build that division up as a department. So I was able to convince them to give me 4 total, so that's going to help us greatly. So, yeah. That's a big challenge we can all agree needs some help. So thank you for your time. I appreciate it, and thank you for being a good partner.
He jumped the stage without using the stairs, and I had to completely raise the mic down. I can't do that, even in heels. How was lunch, everyone? Adam and Captain Tatro, thank you very much for the information you shared with us today. I know some of us all wait for this moment to get those updates and to hear how our business community is growing, so thank you. So now, the meat and potatoes of the afternoon. Are you ready? Okay, we need to wake it up because I got 5 videos to show you. We need to wake it up. To start today's State of the City, I want to unveil our first video that captures who we are, what our goals are, and our vision. We have accomplished so much this past year, and it is a testament to the City Council's efforts and initiatives. Let's roll our first video.
Incorporated in 1957, the City of Norwalk has centered its efforts on advancing the dreams of families and entrepreneurs. Norwalk has moved this effort forward by strengthening partnerships with key figures including city staff, public safety officers, service organizations, schools, parishes, and neighborhood groups. Norwalk firmly believes that community engagement, innovative programming, and partnerships enhance the quality of life, making Norwalk a great place to live, work, and play. A strong community is a safe community, and there is no greater priority for this city than the protection of Norwalk residents. Through interagency partnerships and progressive programs, the Public Safety Department continues to implement efforts that promote civic engagement while fostering safer communities. Such efforts include the Neighborhood Watch Block parties, Coffee with a Cop, and Pizza with a Cop. Through these efforts, Norwalk supports the well-being of its community. The City of Norwalk has also been focused on developing reliable infrastructure, a fundamental aspect of the security and economic growth of a community. With the support of the community, the city continues to advance projects that restore streets, sidewalks, and parks. The Public Services Department has also implemented projects that enhance the safety of our community, such as adding stop flashing signals at busy crossing streets. In addition to the rehabilitation of streets, sidewalks, and parks, the city has developed innovative programming to assist residents with the collection of large, bulky items and green waste. Through the Mini Mr. Sun program, residents can dispose of large items. The program takes place 12 times a year at different locations throughout the city. In addition to ensuring the safety of our residents and infrastructure, Norwalk has also been committed to the physical, emotional, and well-being of our residents. Norwalk takes pride in the 12 parks that are available for use by community members and is committed to keeping these parks clean, safe, and enjoyable for all. Throughout the year, 7 days a week, Recreation and Parks run several activities for residents of all ages, which include music, art, and sports. The award-winning Artastic Festival draws young local talent in numerous mediums, culminating in a day-long interactive exhibit that includes chalk art, open mic, and the Scholarship Award program. And when summer arrives, the Recreation Department is ready with more events and activities like Movies in the Park, the Aquatic Carnival, and the Summer Concert Series. While some programs are implemented during seasons, the city has also established programs that assist residents year-round. Take the Social Services Center. It provides food baskets throughout the year for residents in need. Throughout the year, the city is dedicated to continuing programs and activities that are popular and loved by all residents. Programs like Snowfest and the tree lighting ceremony, where kids play in the snow, enjoy games, and then welcome Santa with smiles on their faces. The 4th of July celebration has become very popular. Thousands of people come from the surrounding cities to celebrate our freedom with games, music, and of course, one of the best fireworks show in the area. We remember and honor the brave men and women who serve in the armed forces every day. The Norwalk community gathers for Veterans Day and Memorial Day ceremonies to show respect and say thank you to the men and women who protect our freedom with their lives. Those are our heroes. Recognizing their heroism, the city has created the Hometown Heroes Banner program. The banners with the name of our heroes are displayed for 1 year and then returned to the families at a city council meeting. Norwalk recognizes the important role that economic development plays in making these programs possible. Norwalk has been focused on bringing in new investments while supporting existing businesses. Within the last year, the city has brought large businesses including Chick-fil-A, LA Fitness, and soon to come, Panera. These businesses are just a small example of the city's efforts to build a healthy economy. So this is Norwalk, a city that nurtures the young and cares for elders and the underserved. A city that connects diverse people from all walks of life for a common good and to create a better tomorrow.
As you saw in the video, 2018 was a visionary year for Norwalk. Our approach to the year centered on master planning the city, from our parks to our businesses. we took a bird's eye view of the city and identified key areas of growth. Working with our residents, community partners, business leaders, and stakeholders, the entire City Council made some key advancements for a prosperous future, a future that's going to be full of abundance opportunities, and one that'll foster safe spaces, build connections, and establish a foundation for our future generations. I want to begin by highlighting our city's public programs. These programs bring joy, they create memories, and help our residents achieve numerous goals. I knew this many years ago, but I can say firsthand that the City of Norwalk has the best program and events. Don't you agree? Yeah. Park and Rec, I told you. I would not be surprised if the slogan, "Parks Make Life Better," came from examples of events and programs here in the City of Norwalk. Congratulations to everyone in our Park and Recreation team. Thank you so much. Let's watch a short video summarizing our year in achievements.
The City of Norwalk strives to offer a variety of quality programming to engage the community and provide opportunities for residents to build meaningful connections. The city's parks and recreation programs serve as the foundation that keep our community together. 2018 began with the introduction of a new citywide special event, Las Posadas, a cultural celebration that included a candlelit procession, caroling of holiday songs, activities, and live entertainment such as mariachis, ballet folklorico, and Aztec dancers. The inaugural event drew a crowd of 700, with the second annual event held this past January, bringing out a large and enthusiastic crowd despite the rain. The large turnout and positive feedback from residents reflects the community's desire for continued family events. Norwalk has historically been recognized for its innovative programs, and last year was no exception. In March, the Recreation Department received the prestigious Award of Excellence from the California Parks and Recreation Society in the Arts and Cultural Services Creating Community category for the Norwalk Miniachis program. Norwalk also expanded the summer events, which included introducing the Beach Bus program, where approximately 200 youth experienced a fun day at the beach. Based on resident feedback, the city also added 2 concerts to our popular summer concert series, bringing it to a total of 8 events where families can gather and picnic on the Civic Center lawn while enjoying a variety of live entertainment. Year-round, we provide a variety of classes and workshops at our parks, the Norwalk Arts and Sports Complex, and our Cultural Arts Center. One of Norwalk's most popular programs, Artastic, drew 3,000 residents. The award-winning event includes art exhibits, crafts, a scholarship competition, a sidewalk chalk art contest, book fair, and so much more. Like the many programs offered to families, Norwalk also provides youth resources. The Teen Center serves as a vital gathering place for students, providing opportunities for networking and socializing, as well as access to resources such as computers. Teens can also participate in weekend excursions to museums, sporting events, and college campuses, broadening their exposure to art and educational prospects. Norwalk, in collaboration with its Education Alliance partners, continues to host the mock interview event, aimed at preparing young adults for the working world. This year, 150 students from 6 different high schools participated in the Golden Bell award-winning program. Norwalk also provides professional development to young adults through the Summer Youth Leadership Program, an employment opportunity for Norwalk residents between the ages of 15 and 18. The young adults are given the opportunity to work a variety of capacities throughout the organization. Norwalk also offers programming specific to the needs and interests of our senior population. The Senior Center hosts several seminars and classes with important topics ranging from healthcare, safety, and personal growth. Seniors can maintain a busy social calendar with movie screenings, candlelit dinners, dances, and excursions scheduled regularly, and can exercise their mind and bodies in our computer lab and fitness rooms. Last year, the Senior Center was awarded a grant from the LA Opera's Education and Community Engagement Department. Through the grant, 40 Norwalk seniors were able to attend Rigoletto, an opera performance at the Dorothy Chandler Pavilion. Norwalk has remained focused on the health and safety of our senior population. To reflect this commitment, Norwalk expanded the hours of operation for the 2 cooling centers during the hot summer days. Residents were able to find relief from extreme temperatures and enjoy board games, movies, snacks, and lunch service. To strengthen efforts to keep our community connected, Norwalk hosted its first Thanksgiving luncheon. On Thanksgiving Day, the City Council and a group of over 100 staff and community volunteers helped serve savory Thanksgiving meals to 300 seniors, including those who were homebound. Local vendors and businesses donated all the supplies. The meal service was created to provide a memorable holiday experience for our local seniors. The city's year-round programming exemplifies our efforts to continue connecting our community and improving the quality of life for our residents. Norwalk is a great place to live, work, and play.
This video is just a snippet of the efforts to enhance the lives of our community members. I'm happy to report that we plan to keep this energy going by establishing new goals and new projects for this upcoming year. We are excited to host a community forum on Wednesday, March 13th at 6 p.m. at Lakeside Middle School. The community forum provides all residents an opportunity to speak directly to the City Council and staff regarding concerns that they may have. We truly see that meeting as it being your meeting, our community's meeting to come to City Council with concerns, questions, suggestions, and successes. Come and tell us what you see and feel. Then, on Wednesday, March 20th at 5 p.m., we are hosting a community congress event in which the council will continue to explore solutions and address new ideas identified by the community. The event will take place at City Hall and council chambers. This year, Norwalk will be completing the Park Master Plan for Norwalk Park and Hermosillo Park. This plan will help assess the conditions of the parks and provide direction on the necessary upgrades that are needed. Having a master plan will also ensure the longevity of our parks and will encourage our families to stay active. To keep our families on the healthy lifestyle path and to stay one step ahead of all of the gyms that are in our city of Norwalk, we are upgrading the Norwalk Arts and Sports Complex weight room with state-of-the-art equipment. So make sure you come and visit and work out at Norwalk Arts and Sports Complex. Just a small commercial there. We will also continue to increase our outreach efforts with our community so that all are informed on our programs and events. For example, once again, we will be mailing our summer brochure to the entire community. You can also catch us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and we are now live at some of our key events. You cannot say that you don't know because the city of Norwalk is reaching out every single way to communicate and communicate again, so everyone knows. Here in Norwalk, we do our best to communicate, communicate, and communicate. Speaking of communicating, who here today is an Android user? If you have an Android, raise your hand, show your phone. All right, what about my iPhone users? I got 2 iPhones. iPhone's the popular vote here. Who has both? Or 3, like me? So, in order to keep Norwalk connected, one of our gifts for you today is this great charging strand. So, make sure you take it home. Do not forget it. I'm going to start whipping it around here. But this is one way that not only can we keep our community charged, but connected. So whether you have an iPhone or an Android, you can even charge them at the same time. So don't leave them on the table. Make sure you take them with you today. That's just a little gift for sticking through it with me today. Continuing with our program, Norwalk is able to provide a robust programming for our residents as a result of a healthy economy. This year, Norwalk became home to several national chains. We've seen that in the video already. Chick-fil-A, LA Fitness, and coming soon, Panera Bread. These are just to name a few. Having attended many conventions this past year, it was obvious to me the power an adopted economic development plan holds for a city like Norwalk. This plan was unanimously supported by our city council. And while attending these conventions, it was clear to me that developers and business owners see Norwalk not only as an opportunity, but a place that is ready for growth. Are you ready for growth, Norwalk? Yes. We are. Let's take a look at our next video, which will be highlighting just some of the economic development that took place in 2018.
A prosperous community is supported by economic growth. Over the last year, the City of Norwalk has been focused on expanding its business opportunities. Norwalk efforts started with the Council's approval of the Economic Development Opportunities Plan on October 2, 2018. The plan truly reflects the community's vision and feedback, as Norwalk hosted 12 community meetings with residents, businesses, clergy, and other stakeholders. The plan serves as a blueprint to increase economic interest and property development in the city's 10 economic nodes and areas that are in need of redevelopment. We are excited to share that within this year, Norwalk has selected the first 4 developers for the economic nodes. To begin, the Norwalk City Council committed $3 million for the development of larger properties in the California Youth Authority economic node. The California Youth Authority is a 32-acre state-owned property that has been vacant since December 2011, when the California Department of Corrections closed the center. Similarly, Norwalk has also committed redevelopment bonds for 15 acres of the Tank Farm, a former defense fuel support point, owned by the U.S. Air Force and identified as one of the city's economic nodes. Currently, Norwalk is in the process of selecting a project developer. And to keep the momentum, Norwalk selected Prime Store, a project developer, to draw businesses to the entertainment economic node. This node currently features a cinema and several restaurants and is located across from the Norwalk Civic Center. As part of the vision for other business growth, Norwalk celebrated the groundbreaking and opening of businesses in the newly constructed Norwalk Fitness Village, a commercial center located on the corner of Imperial Highway and Bloomfield Avenue. Within the last year, the City of Norwalk welcomed the opening of 2 national chains in the fitness village, Chick-fil-A and LA Fitness. Chick-fil-A accommodates 122 patrons inside and 12 outside, and the LA Fitness can accommodate 715 members. In addition to these national chains located in the Norwalk Fitness Village, the city also broke ground on Panera Bread last winter and anticipates a completion date of spring 2019. The Norwalk Fitness Village project developers are also working on a 4th multi-tenant commercial building. Norwalk residents can also look forward to a newly constructed IHOP building located just a few feet away from the existing IHOP. Norwalk anticipates the project to be completed fall 2019. With a new building and demolition of the dated building, Norwalk anticipates additional development in that center. The City of Norwalk is committed to making investments that will ensure the prosperity, health, and quality of life of our residents. With the city's Economic Development Opportunity Plan, the city will continue to draw businesses that support this vision.
So as you can see, the City Council set several goals at the beginning of the year, and economic development was just one of them. Our vision was to create and provide local jobs, shopping, dining, and leisure options for our community, all while increasing the revenues for our economy. The Economic Development Plan provided us with some much needed information we needed to know about our city and designated the 10 key economic development nodes that we as council began focusing on right away. Other projects in 2019 include the development plans for the tank farm. How many people are tired of looking at the tank farm? I am. The tank farm is located on the southeast corner of Norwalk Boulevard and Excelsior Drive. As you heard in the video, this area is one of our economic development nodes. Last year, the city finally received the letter of no further action on the 15 acres of the tank farm. Can we have a round of applause for that? As you know, our vision is to connect that 15 acres with a portion from the portion of the tank farm for the adjacent property at Hollyfield Park. This is going to be a great access for that particular area of our community. We are also moving forward with development discussions of the California Youth Authority and the Norwalk Entertainment Area economic nodes. While we started focusing right away on those 10 nodes, we are also working on bringing new businesses to our city. After hearing from our residents at all of the community forums, we want you to know that we're listening. We heard grocery stores are needed here in our city, and I'm happy to share with you today that we have 3 grocery stores moving into our city this coming year: Smart Choice Market, Grocery Outlet, and El Super. Our community advocated and told us what they wanted, and they wanted more supermarket options to fulfill their needs. This is a big win for Norwalk. Can we celebrate that win together? Speaking of grocery shopping, we want you to not only plan to shop here in Norwalk, but to do it stylishly. So, today when you leave, our last gift for you is going to be this beautiful City of Norwalk insulated shopping bag. 3 brand new grocery stores, you're gonna need these shopping bags. So, our team is gonna be placed at all of the doors, so when you leave, make sure you take a shopping bag with you. It's beautiful inside, it's insulated, you're absolutely gonna love it. So, thank you for being here. Don't go yet, I'm not done. But this is our other gift for you. So we want you to shop Norwalk. Other businesses that will begin to transition into our community include Stinkin' Crawfish. We will also have the Buffalo Spot, and that was a big hit with my 18-year-old. Burger I.M., Tacos El Gavan, and just opening La Michoacana. So these are restaurants and food choices that are coming into our city, and we are very excited that they're going to be opening soon. Another form of development is housing. California officials are actively searching for solutions to address the scarcity of housing throughout the state. Working with our stakeholders and our community, we are developing results-oriented projects that fit within our vision. That's important to us. It's the City of Norwalk's vision for housing. Norwalk will begin planning phase of a 60-unit affordable housing complex for veterans and their families on the corner of Foster Road and San Antonio Drive. Let's give a round of applause for that. The City Council once again unanimously supported and approved a contract with Mercy Housing to work on this project. Mercy Housing is a big name in the industry and one of California's largest developers for housing for veterans, and we are so excited that they're going to be here to partner with us. Upon success of that project, it will include a combination of 61, 2, and 3-bedroom units for veterans and their families. Other amenities at that particular location are going to include a recreation area and on-site case management resources for our veterans. We need to protect them. We are so excited and humbled to give back to the men and women who risk their lives every day to protect our freedom. They now have served us honorably. It is now our turn to serve them. Wouldn't you agree? In order to accommodate our growing family here in Norwalk, we must ensure that our infrastructure can sustain the expansion. The following video will capture some of our 2018 accomplishments.
The City of Norwalk has been moving forward on improving city facilities, streets, parks, and more. Having a strong infrastructure system ensures the safety of our community, encourages families to make Norwalk their home, and draws businesses. In 2018, Norwalk embarked on park rehabilitation projects. For example, residents can now enjoy new playground equipment in Hermosillo Park. Similarly, at the Sarah Mendez Park, residents can take advantage of the new exercise equipment, bench seating, and drought-tolerant landscaping. Closer to the Norwalk Arts and Sports Complex at Norwalk Park, residents will see the city has upgraded lighting systems to LEDs, which provide amplified light, creating a safer atmosphere while conserving energy. Norwalk is also in the process of acquiring additional property for the park from Caltrans. Inside the Arts and Sports Complex, Norwalk refinished wood floors, installed skylights in the gym, and installed 14 new air conditioning units, which translated to more than $20,000 in annual energy savings. On the topic of energy savings, Edison presented Norwalk with the Gold Level Award for achieving a 12% community greenhouse gas reduction. The award recognizes cities throughout California who promote energy innovation and create more sustainable communities. Like facilities and parks, Norwalk has also made efforts to improve streets, medians, and landscaping. Within the last year, we responded to 570 sidewalk, curb and gutter, and pothole requests. To ensure traffic safety, Norwalk also painted 93 crosswalks and over 43,000 linear feet of red curb. As part of the pavement management plan, Norwalk has also begun work on the rehabilitation of local streets. The project includes rehabilitating 21 streets, avenues, and roads. Norwalk replaced approximately 1,650 square feet of curb and gutter, 470 square feet of sidewalk, and upgraded 32 curb ramps to the latest accessible standard. Norwalk has also made enhancements to bus shelters, including adding ADA accessible stops and more lighting at the northwest corner of the bus stop on Imperial Highway and Jersey Avenue. Other traffic highlights include the change of Bloomfield Avenue to a through-access street and advancements on the I-5. Commuters on the I-5 can take use of the improved full-service ramps on Carmenita Road, Norwalk Boulevard, and Rosecrans Avenue. These improvements on the I-5 will help attract business developers and improve commuting experiences for our residents. With a commitment to conserve water, Norwalk upgraded street medians with water-friendly plants. Medians located along Imperial Highway, Pioneer Boulevard, and Foster Road now have drought-tolerant landscaping and permeable surfaces that allow water retention. Foster Road now has sidewalks, giving residents a safe, walkable space. In addition, Norwalk implemented the Water Master Plan update, initiating system improvements to its water system. Norwalk also replaced 280 water meters and 152 water connections. Using the most advanced technology for asset management, Norwalk also implemented a closed-circuit TV system to monitor the health of its pipelines. the continued maintenance will ensure the longevity of the water infrastructure. For greener spaces, the city planted 147 trees and parkways citywide and 114 trees during various tree planting projects. That's a total of 261 trees. We are excited to announce that for the 5th year, Norwalk was designated as a Tree City USA by the National Arbor Day Foundation for its dedication to urban forestry. The City of Norwalk understands the importance of having a strong infrastructure. We will continue making key improvements to our community.
I never thought in my lifetime that I would be so excited to talk about repaving streets and how clean our pipes are. That's topics of conversation that get me excited these days. As we close this fiscal year and prepare for the next, we are looking forward to improving commuter experience by designing the traffic plans for widening Firestone Boulevard with grant funding from Metro and the Gateway Cities Council of Governments. We continuously seek grant funding available to leverage some of these projects. The Firestone Boulevard plans include adding 3 lanes on each side, installing sidewalks where there currently are none, widening the Union Pacific Railroad Bridge, and adding a retaining wall with barriers next to it. Stay tuned, because in the spring, Norwalk staff will be providing the City Council with an update on that project. We will also be exploring solutions to the speeding issues in our neighborhoods. This has been a concern for our community and our neighborhoods for quite some time. We have heard from them during our community congress and at many of the community forums. This effort will be a part of the Neighborhood Traffic Management Plan. Norwalk will begin construction and pavement rehabilitation on Alondra Boulevard from Studebaker Road to Gridley Road. Couldn't remember if it was avenue or road. This project is one that is needed and will be welcomed improvements for our streets and walkways for that side of town. Similarly, as a part of the Pavement Management Evaluation Plan, we will be continuing the Local Streets Rehabilitation Project, a $1.9 million project which would not only address the poor street pavement issues in our neighborhoods, but it'll also include replacing the sidewalks and bringing them up to ADA standards. As much as we needed the rain and to get out of the drought and turn our grasses green, it did a number on our streets. And we know that, and we are going to do our best to improve that for our residents. Norwalk will also be selecting contractors to work on other additional projects for Shoemaker Avenue and Carmenita Road. These projects will also include street repaving and concrete improvements. In addition, we anticipate the overall completion to the beautiful greenbelt on Foster Road and the street repaving of Foster very, very soon. If you have not had a chance to drive Foster Road from Pioneer to Studebaker, I encourage you to do so. It's absolutely beautiful, and we thank our team and everyone that worked on that. As you may notice, we have an ambition list of things to do and accomplish, but we know that it's all obtainable and it's all going to do great benefits to our residents for the infrastructure of our city. While we consider the safety of our assets, we must also focus on the safety and security of our community. I mentioned that the council set goals. Well, one of them, and probably the most important, is the safety of our residents. This year, we have been focused on community policing. That strengthens the bonds and trust between public safety officers and our community. We have continued the Neighborhood Watch program and added the extremely popular summer block parties, which give residents the opportunity to engage firsthand with our first responders and develop a collaborative crime prevention solutions. Let's watch our next video.
Norwalk, in collaboration with the Sheriff's Department and community members, has worked to establish a safe community. With direction from the City Council, Norwalk implemented an aggressive plan in early 2018 to address community safety measures, crime prevention, and quality of life topics. The unique community-based policing concepts established by the City of Norwalk have proven very successful as a direct result of the united, collaborative partnership between the Department of Public Safety, the Norwalk Sheriff's Station, and support agencies. The focus is to work together with all segments of the community in identifying and effectively addressing public safety issues and concerns of the community from both a law enforcement and a quality of life perspective.
The Neighborhood Watch program is really amazing. They come with the Sheriff's Department, public safety, and they're always there to answer any concerns we have. They keep us informed and they make us feel safe in our community.
The community's perceptions of law enforcement and quality of life within their neighborhoods and community are critical factors within the Norwalk community policing model. The multi-agency partnership continues to strengthen the team's approach to addressing multifaceted issues that contribute to underlying causes and perceptions of crime and neighborhood decline.
So I got a call that there was a family living on the street with a set of newborn twins and 3 other children under the age of 5. A lot of stories are being told, so I actually took it upon myself to drive to the location and see the young mother. She's probably 24 years old, struggling on the streets. So I immediately contacted Kevin Gano, and with the efforts of him and public safety, they were off the streets and into a safe environment within a matter of 45 minutes to an hour. It was a beautiful thing to see, but it didn't stop there. We raised funds, we got goods, we got them in a hotel. We did a lot for them. She's now got a job. She's working full time. Her kids are in school, her kids are in preschool. Like, just by me caring a little bit with the city, changed her entire life.
Active outreach, interaction, and collaboration with neighborhoods and schools allows the team to easily identify and address youth and family issues associated with delinquency, school attendance, and dysfunctional conditions within the family structure. While services are provided to assist in overcoming many of these issues, both parents and youth are also held accountable, which makes community policing effective. Just over a month ago, our Public Safety Department, in collaboration with the Metropolitan State Hospital Police Department and California Conservation Corps, kicked off the new community service program. Local youth are given the opportunity to complete community service in exchange for payment of fines for juvenile offender activity. Youth engage in a variety of tasks, including graffiti removal and landscape maintenance at private and public properties throughout the city. The benefits of the program include the reinforcement of consequences of adverse behavior, reducing the likelihood of recurring incidents, and the rehabilitation of properties neglected from a lack of resources. Another step in safeguarding the health and safety of our community members was the addition of a second paramedic unit to Fire Station 115 last fall. Our Norwalk fire stations are some of the busiest in the county, and the addition of the second unit greatly enhances the prompt delivery of emergency services when every second counts. The reintroduction of the community policing model and enhancement of emergency services are just a few of the steps taken last year to protect our residents and businesses.
Everything now that the sheriffs are working back with public safety, there's a lot of communication. I mean, they're all working together. Where maybe when we started back in 2005, they had that control. They were working together. Then it stopped. But now they're back together, so you could see the improvement of everything that's going on in the city.
As you can see, we take pride in building relationships between staff, our law enforcement, and the community. All successful relationships require open communication and trust, and we did great things this year to build that. As you saw, we integrated the 2nd paramedic unit, and we brought access to the stroke unit to the city of Norwalk. We also started strengthening and building collaborative partnerships with our community, schools, clergy, and faith-based organizations, and supportive county, state, and federal agencies. Norwalk is also looking forward to the addition of new patrol vehicles to replace worn ones and refurbishing 2 mobile policing units. For residents interested in home security software, we just partnered with the Ring camera system, so stay tuned. There's going to be a lot of information coming to our residents in regards to that. We will also be looking into launching a Norwalk profile on the digital social platform Nextdoor. And if you don't know what Nextdoor is on the social platforms, ask a teenager or your what's the word I'm looking for? Millennials. Ask a millennial, they'll help show you what it is. Just a few weeks ago, we were fortunate to host an intimate meeting with the new LA County Sheriff, Alex Villanueva, followed by a welcoming lunch with our community. The City Council and I are very happy with what we heard from the sheriff, and we are looking forward to building that relationship and seeing how it's going to grow. And to thank our public service officers, the Norwalk Community Promotions Commission and the Public Safety Commission will be hosting an appreciation luncheon for all of our public services officers on Friday, March 24th at City Hall lawn. So, a lot of information was just shared. I know you were all tired of sitting here and have tons of stuff to do, but what did you think? We did a lot of great things last year, and we have a lot to come. So you tell me, was it a good and informative presentation today? Ladies and gentlemen, that was just the highlights of 2018 and a peek into 2019. We want you all to know that we have been listening, and we will always continue to actively listen to you and our residents. I hope you found this information shared with you today to be informative, and I encourage you to take this information home with you. Share it with your business partners, your colleagues, your neighbors, your family, and your friends. Obviously, we couldn't fit 100,000 people in this room today. Adam, I don't know how you can make it happen, but we now need your help. We need you to take this information and share it. Share the good things that have happened and will continue to happen in the city of Norwalk. We want everyone to know that Norwalk is moving in the right direction, and together we are connected, charged, and a community. As public servants, it's our obligation to serve our community and make a difference in your lives. Here in Norwalk, we strive to create a community everyone will be proud of each and every day. I'd like to once again thank our Norwalk Community Coordinating Council for hosting this beautiful event today. This concludes our 2019 Norwalk State of the City. Have a wonderful afternoon and a memorable weekend. Thank you very much, everyone.